What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, and I'd like to welcome you guys to week number 4 of World Battle Entertainment, the WBE, the Pokemon Draft League format created by your homie A-Drive. Your Detroit Steelwings are going up against Coach GameboyLuke and the Bristol City Blazekins. So if you guys are excited, be sure to leave a like on this video. Let me know, show you guys support, and of course, let me know your guys' thoughts on the team in the comment section down below before tomorrow's battle. Luke has a very bulky team, and I use the word very quite a lot in these league battle videos, so everybody always gets a chuckle whenever I say that, but he has an incredibly bulky team, and we're looking to pick up a W this week after taking the L to the homie Numb Nexus last week. That was unfortunate. If you guys didn't catch that, spoilers. Fantastic battle in my opinion. On Nexus side, definitely out prep for me. Fantastic battle, and make sure you guys go show him some love when you guys watch that video. But of course, I'll leave GameboyLuke's YouTube channel in the description of this video so you guys can go show him some love as well. We're going to slightly talk about his team for just a moment here. Luke, as you guys can see his team on the screen, he has Mew, base 100s across the board, synchronized ability, typically forced into more of a one-dimensional role as far as like a special defensive wall, rocks, knockoff, things like that, maybe a coverage move or two. Zapdos can have two abilities, pressure for sort of stalling, and then static where physical contact does have, I believe, a 30% chance to paralyze. The good news, though, is that if he is running a static Zapdos, he cannot be running defog Zapdos, so that is something to keep in mind. Those are both sitting at about base 100 speed, so they're topping out about 167. He has the Mega Venusaur. Thick Fat ability does create the ice and fire. It makes it not super effective against the Mega Venusaur, so it hits normal, so you can really only hit that thing super effectively with Flying and Psychic. He has the Arcanine, wonderful abilities in that. It's my favorite Pokemon. It has the Flash Fire ability, and it has the Intimidate ability. It can also run Justified, but typically a bulky set with Intimidate will do really, really well. Flash Fire also, but we don't really have the world's most powerful fire presence this week. He's got the Donphan. We're very familiar with Donphan from the P4G. The Sturdy ability, it also has Sand Veil, but I mean, awesome Rapid Spinner. It also can remove hazards as well. Knockoff. It's got a variety of different coverage moves like Seed Bomb, Gunk Shot, Play Rough, Knockoff, Ice Shard Priority. Jellicent, two abilities that again in league format are really good. Water Absorb, he gets the health back from water moves, and Cursed Body, he disables the moves. Very bulky mon, commonly seen with something like Leftovers or maybe even a Culver Berry, perhaps even a Wakan Berry. Granbull. Granbull has the Intimidate ability as well, so he could bring an Intimidate core. It is a Heal Bell mon. Pretty slow. I think it's base 45 speed, but can, run Elemental Punches, Earthquake, Roar. Like I said, it is a Cleric as well. Drudagon can be a Stealth Rock setter, can be a Sheer Force user, can be a Rough Skin abuser as well. Sneasel, very fast Pokemon, priority in Ice Shard. It's a discount Weavile. We joke about that in the P4G, but it is very good. I mean, you strap a Life Orb on there. Stab Dark and Stab Ice moves are really, really hard to switch into most of the time. Lucario is a very fast mon with, I believe, a base 90 speed. Can be run physical with Swords Dance, Close Combat. He does have the Fightinium Z Crystal. He could run like a Z Close Combat. Could also be run special. It has priority in Extreme Speed, Bullet Punch, Vacuum Wave, things like that. And then the Rotom, another mon that we're familiar with in the P4G. Base 91 speed, Levitate ability, can use Hex, can do Will-O-Wisp shenanigans with that. Good Volt Switch user. Again, typically seen more like, it could be like a Trick Scarf set, it could be a Culver Berry user. So just some things to note on that, as well as, so his Mew could be a defogger, his Mew can also be a hazard setter. The Donphan can be a hazard remover, it can also be a hazard setter. The Drudagon can set hazards, and I believe that is it on his team. Clerics being Mew, Clerics being the Granbull. Like I said, a super bulky team, and with Mega Venusaur, typically with a mon like that, you'd want like maybe some Toxic Spikes to kind of wear down things like the Mew, like the Arcanine, like the Jellicent. But then, he's got threats like Zapdos that sit above that. He's got the Mega Venusaur that can absorb it. So it's a very, very tricky team going in this week, but I'm feeling very, very confident that going into this matchup, we can definitely take the W. So let's go ahead and talk about our team here. First up, we are bringing Ginger the Raichu. She has the Leftovers item, rocking that Lightning Rod ability. Grass Knot, Magnet Rise, Volt Switch, and Toxic. Max special attack, 76 special defense, and 180 speed with a timid nature. I was debating running Assault Vest, but Toxic is going to be really nice because things that he might switch in on this thing include the, he could bring in, the Mew, he could bring in the Zapdos, he could bring in his own Rotom, he could bring in a bunch of things. Toxic is going to be nice to wear down some of those walls that aren't the Mega Venusaur. Grass Knot is going to be there. Grass Knot does super effective damage against the Jellicent and the Donphan. Magnet Rise is awesome because if he, say you guys can see the team above, if we are bringing the Skarmory, if Skarmory is down, he can safely click Earthquake with Donphan. I can Magnet Rise in front of it, then he can really only touch me with a knockoff, and Grass Knot 2 hit KOs most variants of Donphan, provided he's not like a super specially defensive set. So I really like Magnet Rise. Volt Switch switches around on him. No Volt Absorb user, so Donphan is his only like stop if I try to go for a Volt Switch. This does sit in front of Zapdos a little bit. It does hold on to him with that special defensive investment. We're going to be able to Toxic things like Zapdos to wear it down, because if he is bringing a defensive set, it's going to be really, really hard to play with, but I'm really confident in Ginger this week. I think she's going to do really, really well. Next up here, we are bringing Panzeron the Skarmory. Panzeron, he is rocking the leftovers as well. The sturdy ability, rocks, Toxic, Whirlwind, and Roost. 212 HP, 252 max defense, 44 in speed, with a bold nature. And one of the things that I forgot to mention on Ginger, Ginger is outspeeding a max speed Zapdos and a max speed Mew. So the thing with Skarmory this week, Panzeron is set to outspeed, I believe, let me double check here. Jellicent, we've got a little bit of speed in there. Where was I at with this? Speed investing of some things like Jellicent in case he tries to have his walls kind of outspeed us just a little bit. We got a little bit of speed matched in there just in case. The Stealth Rocks are very nice. They do tremendous damage to the Arcanine. They do tremendous damage to the Sneasel. It's really good chip overall for his team. Toxic, again, to wear it on things like Jellicent. Down to wear things like the Mew. If he brings the Mew, Synchronized Mew obviously cannot Toxic us back, which is awesome. We can Toxic big threats like the Arcanine in case they do come in. We can Toxic things like the Druddigon. Whirlwind, we can phase things out over our rocks. We can phase things out and Toxic them in return. And Roost for the recovery, honestly, unless he brings a very offensive Zapdos, or I feel like if Arcanine comes, it's going to be forced into a defensive role given our team, like things like Conkeldurr, things like Alolan Marowak. I don't think he'll bring an offensive one, which is why I'm really banking a lot on Panzeron this week. Being able to phase things out. You know, if we see Donphan come in, this is an immediate Donphan switch. We can just Toxic and keep setting up Stealth Rocks. I mean, he can't do too much outside of maybe Knockoff and Rapid Spin. We got the Roost there. So if he predicts right, goes for the Roost, and goes for the EQ, then, props to him. But other than that, Donphan can't really do too much to Panzeron, and I'm really a big fan of that. We do have Delta, the Mega Latias here. Calm Mind, Psyshock, Dragon Pulse, and Energy Ball. 76 defense, max special attack, and 180 speed with a timid nature. We are outspeeding a max speed Mew and Zapdos again. Calm Mind 3 attack Lottie does do a lot of work this week. Psyshock is hitting things like the Zapdos, like the Mega Venusaur, like the Arcanine. Energy Ball is hitting the Donphan. Dragon Pulse is hitting the Mew. Energy Ball, Psyshock, and Dragon Pulse are all hitting the Jellicent. Psyshock's hitting like an AV Grand Bull set. Dragon Pulse is knocking out the Druddigon. Dragon Pulse is knocking out the Sneasel. Psyshock's hitting the Lucario. Dragon Pulse is hitting the Rotom as well. So depending on what he wants to run, Psyshock over Psychic, because a lot of his mons do take advantage of like an Assault Vest 4 attack set. So that's why Psyshock over Psychic, plus that Calm Mind boost, is going to be allowing us to kind of just, go for game. I mean, we can set up on things like the Jellicent. Depending on sets of the Mega Venusaur, we can set up on that. Same thing with the Mew as well. So Mega Latias is going to be really, really nice this week. We also are bringing Scolipede. Ka-chow! She has the Black Sludge speed boost ability. Baton Pass, Earthquake, Poison Jab, and Protect. Passing a speed into something like the Conkeldurr towards the end, or like Mega Latias is going to be very crucial this week. Earthquake and Poison Jab do a lot to his team. Protect is going to be nice to get a little bit of Black Sludge recovery and a little bit of speed against his team. Poison Jab and Earthquake hits the Mew. Poison Jab hits the Zapdos. Poison Jab hits the Mega Venusaur. Earthquake hits the Arcanine. Earthquake hits the Donphan. Poison Jab hits the Jellicent. Poison Jab hits the Druddigon. Earthquake and Poison Jab both hit the Grand Bull. Earthquake and Poison Jab both hit the Sneasel. Earthquake hits the Lucario, and Poison Jab hits the Rotom. So really good matchup this week. Passing a Baton Pass, like I said, into something like Mega Latias is going to be really, really nice. Shinigami really, I mean, I've said it every week. Shinigami is very good glue to the team, I feel like. Leftovers, Heal Bell, Wish, Foul Play, and Protect with the Synchronized ability. 244 HP, 12 in defense, 252 max special defense, Calm Nature. I didn't need to speed creep like a Grand Bull or anything. Heal Bell will be nice. We're not bringing a Guts Conkeldurr, as you guys will see, but he could also Toxic Spam things like our Mega Latias. He could burn things with Will-O-Wisp, Mew, so Heal Bell will be good to take care of that. We can Wish Pass into things like Skarmory, Mega Latias, Conkeldurr as well. Foul Play will be nice damage for the Mew. Foul Play will be really, really good against things like, I know Lucario could run the Justified. Foul Play could go up well against that. And then Protect, of course, just to scout, be able to burn a Fighting Z Crystal in case he decides to bring it. And then last but not least, we have Sheer Force, Life Orb, Conkeldurr, Pennywise, Drain Punch, Rock Slide, Knockoff, and Thunder Punch, 4 in HP, 252 max attack, and 252 speed with an Adamant Nature. I believe, let me double check this here. 97. So, after +1, if we are passing that, we are outspeeding some of the bulk on his team, but obviously at +2, we are outspeeding the entirety of his team, which is nice. I don't really need the priority this week in Mach Punch. We can take a hit from about anything. Drain Punch, Sheer Force, Life Orb boost is going to be absolutely huge. Rock Slide, Knockoff, and Thunder Punch, things like that are going to take hits. I mean, Mew doesn't switch in well unless he's a Colbur Berry set into a Knockoff. Zapdos doesn't like a Rock Slide. Mega Venusaur doesn't like a Drain Punch. Arcanine doesn't like a Rock Slide. Donphan doesn't like a Drain Punch, even as bulky as it is. Jellicent, again, it needs to be Colbur Berry, but we've got the Thunder Punch for it. Granbull doesn't like the Rock Slide or the Drain Punch, even though it is a resisted hit. Draudigon, Drain Punch. I mean, it just hits so freaking hard. Sneasel, Drain Punch. Lucario, Drain Punch. Rotom, Knockoff again, unless he's that Colbur Berry set. So, like I said, I really don't see, once we get a Speed or 2 pass into Conkeldurr, I see Pennywise putting in a lot of work this week. So, I'm going to leave it here for today's Team Builder, guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. And, of course, go check out Luke's channel down below. The link to his channel will be in the description. Show him some love. Go check out his battle. Go check out his Team Builder. He's a really awesome friend of mine. I'm really happy that I get the chance to battle him. I've watched him come up through seasons of the UCL and things like that, so I'm really excited to see how he does in our matchup tomorrow. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang, and I'm going to talk to you all soon. Later.